Will it work? No, absolutely not. Will they do that? Yes, because the only person they can practice English with is me. That's why we talk most of the time on the lesson, because they can do grammar on their own, they can do like fill in the gaps, open the brackets and stuff on their own, they can listen, they can read on their own, but they have no one to practice speaking with, and they like misuse the fact that I'm also a Russian speaker, and again they sprinkle in some Russian, and when I say like, okay, you are smart enough, I know you can paraphrase it, you know the synonym, okay, you forgot it, never mind, explain the word, they never do it, fuck. Of course it's easier for them to start just like explaining it in Russian, or they want to tell me the story at the start of the lesson. I always ask like, how are you today, or what have you been doing, or any plans for the week, the weekend after the lesson, blah 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 blah. And they are getting excited about the story, and they struggle with being like, expressing all of their emotions in English, and they be like, oh, okay, it's easier for me to tell you in Russian, and they start speaking Russian. I'm like, no, imagine a situation, you have to communicate, not even like for fun, for your own safety, comfort abroad. You have to communicate your thoughts, you have to communicate your emotions and stuff to people who don't speak the same language as you do. The only language you share is English. So why don't you practice it here, where it is safe to make mistakes? It is a safe place to make mistakes. But if you, because, okay, don't have to be afraid of making mistakes and looking stupid, but you have to be afraid of making mistakes that totally change the meaning of your sentence. No one is going to speak Russian. I don't want to raise a new generation of Russian tourists who are just instead of trying to communicate things in English or opening a translator, they just straightforward talk to people in Russian, and if they don't understand them, they just talk like louder but slower. I mean,